do you think traveling should be done at a younger age or a more older age? Because obviously there's a most people. I say that sort of the general idea and view on traveling is do it like while you're young. That's sort of the whole mantra if
Mm.
you want to say.
Are you
What,
asking me?
or just anyone like what are you guys' opinions on that sort of mantra and saying? Do you agree with it or?
Um, I think yes, because for example, in hostels, like hostel culture, it's very kind of young people and it's a young vibe
Yeah.
and quite like a few hostels are quite party. Um, and I have been to a few hostels where there are older people, and I just feel like not in a mean way, but they just kind of don't fit in as well. Um,
Understandable. Yeah.
so definitely personally anyway, like I would rather travel while I was younger, especially in hostels and stuff, because I feel like when you travel when you're older, it's a different vibe, if you want.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
see what you mean.
Yeah.
so but also, with the working holiday visas, they're kind of capped at 30 or 31. So you have to do it between 18 and 31 anyway.
Wow.
Wait,
Okay.
so you can't, there's no option if you're older, if you're outside the bracket.
They've been extending it like for Canadians and Irish people in Australia. To do a holiday visa in Australia, you can be up to 35, I think now. But for everyone else, it's up to 30 or 31.
That's
Damn, that's
crazy.
weird.
That is
That's
weird.
strange they put a cap on it, yeah.
But yeah.
I think they're sort of trying to promote like they only want people that are of value of them to that country. They're really strict with their border control.
Mm.
Like if you're not
Mm.
valuable to that country, they want you out, which is fair enough. Like it's quite strict though. Yeah. I mean, not as strict as what North Korea, right?
Yeah, I don't
But
think
you're not
anything's
allowed
quite
in.
strict.
Yeah. Not allowed in or
No,
out.
I definitely think
too bad.
I definitely think that traveling should be done at like a young age. If you're gonna do like a proper whole traveling like Laura's done, going places for a long time, I think it should be because I think there's a lot of opportunity for like development and like maturing and understanding more about the world as a person and sort of fine tuning your character. Like as someone who hasn't been traveling and thought I didn't for like a long time, but like only recently I've sort of realized I want to do a lot more. I've sort of like, especially since going uni, because I think it was initially it's just this idea of staying in your comfort zone and sort of sticking with what you know and what you think you enjoy. But then as soon as you sort of go out your comfort zone and suddenly you're on your own and you're sort of dealing with different scenarios and living in a different way, you realize the potential for sort of stuff you can do and the people you can meet and experiences you can have. So I definitely like would way more, way like really excited to go and see what sort of stuff I could do by just traveling now. I feel like that sort of just opened the door for me, and it's definitely something that I want to do.
Mm. Actually, adding to that, I have a lot of friends who are kind of older, and my mum's friends as well. And they say to me, I wish I did more traveling when I was younger. That would be the one thing that most people regret. So I think, yeah, travel while you're young.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. So I just want to make sure, like, even if I'm like not, even if I wasn't super excited for it, I was really nervous. I'd still want to force myself because I think it's always like you're gonna have stories that you can look back on in like decades, and you're thinking, I'm so glad I did that, rather than like staying inside and getting a job for like an extra year. Like you can always get a job, but you're not always going to be able to go out and travel. Like stuff is going to change, and your situation is going to change. So if you've got the opportunity, I think it's something that's definitely worth doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think traveling while you're young, just while you're able to like move so fluidly, like I don't think we realize, obviously we're all young, like how hard it gets to like move your whole body. Your body just becomes older, everything becomes more of a struggle. So I think making the most of like when you're in your prime, like we're not even in our prime yet, but like getting there, it's just making the most of it. Uh,
But also, when you're not tied down, because a lot of my friends are
exactly,
like,
yeah.
oh, I would travel, but I've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well, bring them with you or just leave them behind. I
yeah.
don't know.
Do they not want to
But
travel with them?
I don't know. People have different, I don't know, different things that they want to do with their lives, don't they?
Yeah,
But
True.
yeah. No, that's true.
I, yeah, I quite like being single because then I can just do what I want when I want and go where I want without having to consult someone else.
Do you always
Um,
travel alone then?
I prefer to travel alone actually because yeah, you can just do what you want on your own terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that when I'm traveling with someone, which it can be fun. Like to be fair, it can be quite lonely when you're on your own. I prefer just traveling traveling on my own because it's just easier. It's less stressful.
Really? So
Yeah.
I'd get more scared if I travel alone. Obviously, because I'm not
Yeah,
experienced in
same.
that. I'd think like I'd rather do it with a couple people or with someone that I know, just to get
100%
used to
Yeah,
same.
it,
but
like
when you
familiarity.
get out there, like I keep talking about hostels, but hostels are a great way to meet people. When you go to hostels, there are so many other people who are on their own. You just kind of click with them and then go on day trips with them, and then yeah,
Yeah,
maybe never see them again, but you've gone on a little trip with them and you're
that's
not on your own,
crazy.
sort of
That's
thing.
like
Yeah.
that's what I could feel myself like. That's like, give me like butterflies in my stomach. Like that's proper out my comfort zone. Like going into a whole new country on your ones to all these new
Yeah.
people. That's that's like
It's
next level.
fun.
I think it's
No, I
fun,
love that.
but that's like the pushing you to do that is like the hardest thing. I think. But I reckon
Yeah.
it'd be a
Yeah.
lot like the value you'd get from that and life experience
I,
is monumental.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you
for like
learn a lot.
yeah, I think for people like us, Spencer, like it would definitely be that first go would be like super nerve wracking
Yeah.
and you'd be properly out the comfort zone. But I think it is just like one of those things you're always like, oh, you put it off because you're just nervous about it or you think it's going to be bad. But then as soon as it happens, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did this. And like Laura's obviously done it so many times now and could just sort of see the value of it and just makes me want to give it a go, even though I definitely want to even though I'm like, oh, maybe I should just like go with a friend or whatever. Maybe it is just like better to sort of try and experience stuff by yourself and really put yeah, like if you're gonna go out the comfort zone, you might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there have been times where I was on the plane thinking, is this a good idea? But it's a bit too late then, so you just sort of
Yeah,
go with it.
you just gotta force
That's
yourself.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll bring you to Oz with me though, Spence. You can come.
I'm happy to come. I'll do some construction. Knock some
Yeah.
buildings
Now,
down.
mate, we'll get you down the mines.
Get me down the mines. Let me get
Get you
that
down the
iron ore, bro.
mines.
I'll get them iron ores. I'll find them diamonds.
I reckon you'd enjoy that too much, you know.
I could become like one with the locals.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aborigines
never
are
come
also there,
back.
aren't they? Yeah, I'll join the Aborigine tribes.
I don't
Really?
know if I'd welcome you, but you could
Okay.
try.
I'll bring them like
Yeah, yeah.
diamonds and be like, let's go.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
We'll
Make
see how that goes.
gifts.
We'll see how that goes.